We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, that's 380.
Let's go. 36.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first down, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Brady gives to Michel, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. Throw to the right here to Gordon. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They go right back to White here on first down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. First down, here's White. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Patriots now.
Tom Brady on the sneak.
And they will run it with Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's a solid opening drive, and nothing fancy there at the end, just pounded in.
That felt like old school football, didn't it? All right, down at the goal line, and not only were they able to punch it in, as you just emphasized, they did it against a goal line defense that's stacked to stop the run. So if you're on that offensive side of the ball, you feel great about yourself right now. You're actually able to dominate a group that expected you to run the ball and still punched it in.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From the 35 on 2nd down, Wentz escaping the pressure right. Powers through. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Being chased out left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5. Here we go. That's the end of the first quarter. Push him back. With the score, push him back. 7. Eagles nothing.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
82.
Hey, exit.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 1, Wentz dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and goal, Howard. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They run with Howard, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Brady. Got Gordon open, completes it. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Charles, before the game, you and I were looking at the still undefeated teams in the league. And Detroit's technically won at 2-0-1. But let's look at the 3-0 teams. The Bills, Patriots, Chiefs, Cowboys, Rams, 49ers, and Packers. I'm guessing if I ask you who would lose first, you might say Buffalo because they play New England this weekend.
I think you're right about that because that's what you look at. What's the schedule tell us? We know the 49ers are safe because they got an open week coming, so they should be okay on that one. But you would say Buffalo, even though they're at home, New England gets them. But as a wild card, putting them on upset alert, Green Bay on Thursday night with a desperate Philadelphia team coming in. You know, you've got to be really careful with that, despite the fact Green Bay's defense has been so impressive in the early going.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
I'm going back to you.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
You know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
218, chop. Shoot. Kill.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And Jeffrey's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to punch it in with Howard. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. On third down, a run from White. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
Throwing is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Partner, switching gears for a second, a really cool moment on Sunday night when Clay Matthews, former Browns linebacker, was inducted into Cleveland's Ring of Honor. And, of course, his son Clay was playing for the opposite team that night. It was a really neat moment.
Fantastic moment. And it's Clay 2 and Clay 3, correct?
Yes.
Dad is 2, son who's playing for the Rams now is 3. When he popped out there, to see the rest of the family, all of them wearing the 57 jersey that Clay II wore with such distinction for Cleveland for all those years. When he played long enough, a lot of people think he played with Otto Graham. I mean, it was amazing. About nearly a 20-year career there. Just phenomenal what he got done. And even better to see his son able to pop out there and share the moment with him on such a special night. Just phenomenal.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On first and 10, here's Brady. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Brady, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10. Brady gives this to White. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
To throw is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down. On first down, they run with Howard. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Great 15, great 15. Hey, box top, look at
Now Wentz. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty who got a hand in there to break that one up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Okay, I got a quick tangent for us here, Charles. Let's look at the teams that have not yet won in the NFL, the 0-3 teams, the Jets, Dolphins, Bengals, Steelers, and Broncos. Who do you think is the first to get off the schneid?
Well, when you look at it, who has the open week? Who's safe? The Jets?
The Jets, yeah, they don't play anybody, so they're not going to win this week.
I think the Bengals and Steelers, they play each other.
Yep.
So I think the Steelers beat the Bengals and get off the schneid. They're the team that I'm looking at closest and having the best opportunity to get it done.
How about Denver hosting Jacksonville? A possibility there for the Broncos, right?
Definitely a possibility, but I like the way that Jacksonville comes into this game. A big win on Thursday night at home against Tennessee and riding their hot rookie quarterback Gardner Minshew. And their defense looked ferocious again.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Brady now to throw. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Brady now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Brady's throw there complete.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. His throw caught right around the 6, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18. Again, it's Brady. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Patriots 14. Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now Howard. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running with Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Wentz now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert taking it in. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He got 29 yards that time. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Brady now on 1st down. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, 65 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers in your...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Back. 57, 120. Undercross.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Hurts has it left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Wentz now to throw. Rolling to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Brady. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And he lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. One final try now for Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, Stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winning.